Hi everyone, happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Gennari and this is Motivation Monday. So I wanted to talk to you today about the gift of starting over. So this is something that I feel like we all need to hear right now because we're all going through this really weird time in life and something that's unprecedented for most of us. And we're going through a time when our whole world has just been turned upside down. And we're trying to figure it out, and we keep calling it the new normal. Whether the new normal is homeschooling kids or working from home or not being able to go out to restaurants or to weddings or even funerals or anything that we were accustomed to doing so freely previously. I know that for me, about a month ago is when the avalanche started. And I call it the avalanche because we were climbing this incredible mountain with my company. Feels like, but we were getting to this great peak where we were going to do better than we've ever done before, and then all of a sudden things started slowly falling apart, and then all at once. And for me, my business is event staffing and security. So we provide event staff and security for large venues and events. And when the entire system or government tells our citizens that we can't gather in groups, pretty much annihilates my business. So, but you take it all with a grain of salt, and you just hope that things come back to what you consider to be normal very soon. So what is this that we're going through right now? And this gift of starting over that I'm talking about, how is that relevant to where we are? So I think the biggest tragedy that we could ever have through all of this is to go back to doing things exactly the way they were. So the biggest tragedy, whenever you're going through something that is a major life change, and let's just, divorce is one. So I am divorced, and I know that one of the great pieces of advice that you get when you go through a divorce is never take your old bad habits from your previous marriage into your new relationships. And I think that that's so incredibly important to remember, because when you have bad habits in a marriage, and let's be honest, we all do, we all have our own bad habits, and we all have the pain that we've gone through and the tragedies and we need to heal and we need to get better. But we also don't want to take that pain into a new relationship and punish somebody else for something that they didn't do. And we also want to give them an opportunity to start fresh. And you want to be the best version of yourself as you're going into that new relationship as well. So if you look at a divorce is extremely painful. You go through a major life change. But you have this gift of starting over, this gift of saying, I can do better. I know what I did wrong. I know where I went sideways, and I know I can do something that will make my next relationship stronger and better and healthier. So we need to look at that and compare that to what we're going through right now. It's similar in that we have this tragic set of circumstances that we're all having to endure. We're having to go through this major life change, and what we knew to be normal is no longer. And so before we get back to our new normal and what we consider to be something that is going to be our our fresh start, we need to really look at it as how can we do better and be better. And a few weeks ago, I did this video called, and it was how to make your comeback bigger than your setback. And it's similar, but what makes this one different is that it's really important to look at starting over as a gift, as something that you have been given to really kind of set yourself up for a better future. And while we were all, we thought everything was great, our economy was doing good and things were thriving, and I think we've really learned the lesson during this pandemic that we really weren't on a good path. The earth was way over polluted, which I think we've seen now. A lot of pictures of less pollution, healthier oceans are abundant right now with people being locked down. And I think that you have these opportunities to do better. I know that for me, the things that I've learned is, financial stability, how important it is. We're so blessed that we had the opportunity to be financially stable prior to this pandemic happening. So we're okay as a business, but a lot of businesses are not. And so it's a great opportunity to start over and say, okay, first things first, I need to sustain my business through another, whatever tragedy there could be. So, you need to set yourself up so that you can be healthy, so that you can be financially secure, so that you can deal with stress in a healthy way. Not being able to work out has been a challenge for me because that's how I relieve stress, but at the same time, it has also taught me to use resources at home a little bit better. So, you can start eating healthier. You can do so many things to not take old bad habits into your new life. When this new normal does come back, what does that look like? And let's not make the tragic mistake of just doing things the way we've always done them. Because when you have this gift of starting over, when you have this gift of reinvention, it should be something where you really sit back and say, I know I've been doing this wrong. For a lot of people, I think you've realized that you need to reprioritize your relationships over your things. So many people worked, and they didn't put as much value into their relationships. They weren't telling people how much they meant to them, and they weren't showing people that they were a priority in their life. And I think now people are starting to realize that those people, we lost a lot of stuff. We lost a lot of freedoms, but what we didn't lose is our ability to love each other and to show grace and to be kind. And I think that is something that I think we need to take into our new normal is, being able to give grace, show kindness, and show love. And there's so many opportunities right now to do things right and to start right and to not take our old bad habits into our new lives. I have a million things that I want to do for my business that are going to be helpful and, provide more stability. But then there's also things in my relationships that I really want to focus on as well. Making sure that my relationships are you're showing vulnerability, but you're also showing, that you truly do value them and that you really do care what happens and that you're giving grace when grace needs to be given. And so I think there's a lot to learn and there's a lot to be given in this new life. And I really hope that we're taking this opportunity to start over in a way that is healthy and that is going to move us into a more stable, positive direction. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and I wish you all the best. Have a great week.